ladies and gentlemen. You're watching, yes, the Yankees Entertainment and Sports Network.
Fly ball, deep right, going back, McKenna leaps, see ya! A home run for Judge, his first of the year. It's 1-0 Yanks. There it goes! See ya! A monster grand slam for Stanton, and the Yankees lead 6-0.
Wow. Just wow.
Well, you did it last night. Why not again tonight? They're both in the lineup, so let's run it back. Let's see if they can do it again. On a beautiful evening in New York City, it is time for baseball. As the Yes Network presents New York Yankees baseball, and tonight it's the New York Yankees against the Baltimore Orioles in the middle game of a 3-game set from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, New York. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Yankees baseball, along with David Cone. I'm Michael Kay. Yankees evened up at 2-2. They handed the Orioles their first loss, and the power game was there. That's what the Yankees need. When Judge and Stanton homer in the same game, including the playoffs, they're 8-0. So, David, I guess that's the plan, right?
Well, we talked about it in spring training, Michael. How many times are we going to see that? Just the opportunity to have them both healthy and then the lineup maybe 140 times this year. But yes, Michael, it is a recipe for success. Aaron Judge leading the way with a porch job to right. And Giancarlo Stanton kind of had a porch in mind too, but not to right field. Maybe the furthest porch away, up in left center, as you see. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I would watch that too if I hit one like that. Just remarkable up in the red-hot terrace. More of a terrace than a porch, but nonetheless, 471 feet away. That's impressive. So impressive. Hey, let's see what Aaron Boone thought about that as well.
The way he hits them, it's just different. It's like nothing else. He is a unicorn. I mean, that ball was just so pure on a night where, it's probably not flying great and just hits it through the stadium. We're still rising. We still haven't, kind of started clicking on all cylinders yet. It's only been four games in the season. We still got quite a bit of time to kind of get rolling and, kind of everybody get on track. And, but it was good to see Big G go out there and get a big hit. DJ got an RBI single. It was a good night.
Well, Aaron, if you want to get it rolling, a good way to get it rolling is have your ace on the mound after a win. Make it 2 in a row, and that ace is Gerrit Cole. We saw him on opening day. And, David, what was your impression from that day?
I think we got a little glimpse into the future of what Gerrit Cole could look like as he evolves, and that is making quick adjustments on the fly. Kind of struggled right out of the gate, and then mixed in a bunch of change-ups, more than I'd ever seen him throw, and then it came together. He really found a way to get his groove going and keep his team in the game. I know he was probably disappointed in it, but I thought that was a really excellent start by Gerrit Cole to keep this Yankee offense in the game.
All right, so who's going to catch Gerrit Cole? Well, if you're on social media or you watch the pregame show, you already know. But Meredith Marakovitz explains when we get back right here on Yes.
For the Yankees will try to pick up their second straight win against the Baltimore Orioles. Hello, everyone. I'm Meredith Marakovitz. Aaron Boone decided to tweak the lineup a little bit this evening. Aaron Hicks gets the evening off. Instead, it'll be Brett Gardner in center field. He'll also bat third. Hicks will be available off the bench. Also, there's a little bit of a difference at catcher. Gary Sanchez gets the evening off. It'll be Kyle Higashioka catching Gerrit Cole. Aaron Boone said before the game that Sanchez was not going to catch 6 straight games to start the season. He looked at this as a good opportunity to not only give Sanchez a little bit of a break, but also to get Kyle Higashioka in there in a good situation. It's been well documented. Higashioka and Gerrit Cole have worked very well together in the past. They are hoping that continues this evening. Plenty more to come here on the Yes Network. When we get back, Michael Kay will be joined by David Cone. First pitch coming your way after the break.
lineup. Brought to you by TikTok. It starts on TikTok. Mullins, Mancini, and Santander will be at the top of the order. And Santander, who didn't play yesterday, is in right field. Mountcastle, Ruiz, Franco, middle third of the order. And the bottom third is Galvis, Severino, and Cisco will be the DH, and he will bat ninth. Yankees won last night, 7-0. Now Gerrit Cole on the mound. He's ready. Mullins is ready. And let's do it here in the Bronx. First pitch is upstairs, and we are underway. Swing and a miss. Marty Foster is the home plate ump. Jim Wolf at first. Mike Molinsky at second. Sam Holbrook, the crew chief, is the third base ump. 1-2, so with 2 strikes, Mullins, who's a threat to bunt, the Yankees can now back up at the corners. Swing and a foul ball back.
Just kind of enjoying the roll call, Michael, over here. You know?
Yeah.
I'll jump into the broadcast here in a minute. I just want to soak it in right now.
Line drive, a base hit to center field. Well, Mullins is on, and he's a threat to run.
Well, yes, Gerrit Cole is towing the slab in the boogie down here tonight. He's ready to go, and Cedric Mullins was ready to go too. What a good start he's off to, and you see on the season that 1 start on opening day, 5 1/3 innings, 2 walks, 8 punch outs, that 1 home run. That's the pitch he'd probably like to have back, but all in all, a pretty good outing.
There's Trey Mancini.
Let's go ahead and run through a little scouting report for Gerrit Cole, the ace of the staff. Ooh, little slip there from Cole. You know, as far as the whiff goes, Michael, that's just, he is so good at missing bats, really. For starting pitchers, he's got the 2nd best whiff rate behind Blake Snell. 36.4%, and as we said on opening day, we saw the full repertoire, the changeup, a full four-pitch pitcher.
One and one on Mancini. Mancini was 0 for 4 last night with 3 strikeouts. Swing and a miss. See the slip on the throw to first.
The grounds crew always waters down the infield and around the mound. You see the sort of the two-tone look from the batter's box and then behind. And that's where Cole slipped. Just gets a little slick, a little muddy.
Runner goes. Throw to second. Not in time. Ball got away from LeMahieu, so a stolen base from Mullins.
Mullins got a good pitch to run on a slider, pretty decent jump, and Higashioka got rid of it quickly. The ball just sailed on him, kind of tailed on him up the line a little bit.
That one gets away from Higashioka all the way to the backstop. Now Mullins is at third with nobody out.
Hard to tell what that was. Maybe it was a changeup that he held on to too long. See, Gerrit Cole tries to really get out in front and extend on that pitch, and just Higashioka had no chance.
Swing and a miss. Mancini down on strikes.
Well, after that, he just buries the slider off the plate into the batter's box and gets Mancini to wave. Coming right into your living room, that's what Gerrit Cole's slider looks like. Hard to lay off.
Yankees bring the infield in for Santander. Pitch is high. Well, the Orioles took the first 3 games of the season at Fenway against the Red Sox. In those games, Santander had 4 hits and 8 at-bats with runners in scoring position. The 1-0. Strike. Grounded and grabbed there by Bruce. He's coming home. Perfect throw. Gets Mullins. Nice play by Jay Bruce.
You know, we get this question a lot, Michael. The contact play, it's on, and why would he go? Well, because it took a perfect throw. Mullins is fast. And you could see Bruce had to make an excellent play, an excellent throw, and yes, the tag just still was really close at home. That's the theory behind it. When you have speed on third base, go on contact, make him make the play, and all around the board, the play was made.
Jay Bruce showing his outfielder's arm. Just a strong, hard throw. Perfect strike. Here's Ryan Mountcastle. And there's a strike from Cole. Take a look at the Yankee defense presented by Geico, Frazier, Gardner, and Judge in the outfield, left to right. Infield, Urshela, Torres, LeMahieu, and we saw Bruce, Higashioka behind the plate, and Gerrit Cole's on the mound. Popped up. Bruce and Higashioka. And Bruce makes the call and the catch. And that'll do it. No runs to hit, no errors, and 1 man left. It's the Orioles nothing, and the New York Yankees coming to bat. Yankees starting lineup brought to you by TikTok. It starts on TikTok. DJ LeMahieu at second base leads off. Batting second, the right fielder Aaron Judge. Aaron Hicks has the night off. He'll be watching Brett Gardner in center, batting in that same number 3 hole. Giancarlo Stanton, the DH, cleans up. Then it's Gleyber Torres. Clint Frazier moves up to the 6 hole. Jay Bruce at first. Gio Urshela at third, and Kyle Higashioka behind the plate, batting ninth.
And Dean Kramer going to face that Yankees lineup here. You see, last year he broke in 4 starts. Pretty good, really, all the way around. The 22 strikeouts shows the stuff. Maybe the 12 walks a little much, but did not give up a home run. And we're going to say it again. You again. I mean, the Yankees have seen him. He made his debut. He's an Israeli-American pitcher, the first Israeli-American to be drafted by a major league team. See Manny Machado, that's how they got him in the Manny Machado trade with the Dodgers. And the spin cycle, it's a difference between on his fastball, between velocity, which is about average, and spin rate, which is well above average. So he's got good life on his fastball, even though he doesn't light up the radar gun.
First up for the Yankees is DJ LeMahieu. He had a couple of walks and an RBI single in last night's game. Pitch is high. David, I had a Dean Kramer at Fordham, and the other Dean was Dean Meminger. They were both very good.
Yes.
2-0 on LeMahieu.
There are Fordham people everywhere.
Scary, right?
I've noticed that, since because of you, I got, keyed in on Fordham.
Up the middle and through for base hit. Boy, he hit a bullet right back at Kramer. Take a look at the Orioles defense presented by Geico. Mountcastle's in left, Mullins in center, Santander is in right. In the infield, it's Franco, Galvis, Ruiz, and Mancini. That's third to first. Severino behind the plate, and on the mound is Dean Kramer. Judge hits one right off of Kramer, and that's going to be a base hit. Boy, the Yankees taking aim at Dean Kramer. LeMahieu just missed him, and Judge didn't. And that's going to bring the Orioles out of the dugout.
Another look.
Trying to walk it off. It's hard to walk that off. Almost seems like he's thinking, do I really want to face this lineup?
But you're about 55 feet away. And the ball off of Aaron Judge's bat was about 110 miles an hour. So it's good news and bad news. The bad news is Aaron Judge hits the ball really hard. The good news is you got turned around. Better to get hit back there than in the front.
Well, he's going to try it out. The body language is almost like he's not sure. So it's going to be up to Hyde and the athletic trainer.
Yeah, the problem is that if you're favoring what is now an injury, that you could do damage to your arm in compensation. So you got to have free movement. You got to be able to land. You got to be able to push off. If you're feeling it and it's in the back of your mind, then you might put your arm in jeopardy. So you better be sure.
You ever get hit squarely with a comebacker?
Yes. You know, I tried, I wasn't a very good fielding pitcher at all. I tried to make myself skinnier. I would throw and then turn to the side, and kind of the anti-Jim Cott style of fielding your position. That was not good at all. But yes, I took a punch off my legs. I have scars on my shin still to this day.
All right, so he's going to stay in, and here's Brett Gardner. Yankees have runners on first and second and nobody out. And the pitch. Foul back. So the pitch most likely to be hit right back at you is the outside pitch?
Yes. Fastball's away. Those are the ones generally that they're hit, more back up the middle. If you're a pitcher and you feel like hitters are leaning over the plate, you got to pitch inside more to avoid that.
One and one. Kramer is the first pitcher to make 3 starts against the Yankees within his first 5 Major League Baseball games. First pitcher ever. The 1-2. Check that. That was a 1-1. Now it's 2-1. As Holbrook said, he did not go. The comebacker off the bat of Judge that hit Kramer was at 109.9 miles per hour. And LeMahieu's ground ball was 108.1. Two and two. LeMahieu leads off second, Judge off first. Still nobody out, bottom of the first inning. 2-2. In the dirt, check swing by Gardner, so now 3-2. So in his Kramer's Major League debut, he pitched 6 innings, gave up just 1 hit against the Yankees. Well, he still hasn't registered an out. He's given up 2 tonight. And he walks Gardner to load the bases for Stanton. Stanton with the grand slam last night on StatCast Google Cloud. They traveled 471 feet. That's the longest home run of the big leagues in the early season. It was his 8th career grand slam. So he has 1 hit this year in 12 at-bats, and that one was the grand slam. Also gave him 800 runs batted in for his career. Into the night. One and one. "27 home runs of 450 or more feet, and that's in the StatCast era. And that's the most of anyone by a lot. And Stanton down on strikes. 1 away, so he strikes out with the bases loaded, passes the baton to Torres.
Nice job by Kramer. Can see Stanton probably guarding. A lot of times he gets a steady dose of breaking balls or sliders off the plate, and we've seen him swing at those on occasion. Kramer right after him.
Orioles looking for the double play to get Kramer out of a jam. And there's a strike. LeMahieu's at third, Judge is at second, and Gardner's at first with Torres at the plate, one man out, bottom of the first. Just underway here at the stadium. Oh and 2. Mancini way off the line at first and right on the lip of the infield grass. Check swing. Did he go on the high fastball? No, he did not. Said Jim Wolf. 1 and 2. He did hold up. Or did he? You have to have such strong wrist to hold. I mean, you're getting your swing and creating the torque, and all of a sudden you decide to hold up. Wow.
Yeah, so true, Michael. It's too early in the season for me to get on a rant about the rules yet on check swings. I got a couple that I'm going to get off my chest this year for you, Michael. It's just a little too early in the season.
I'm here for you. 2-2. 3 and 2.
You've heard me go off on the check swing before, you know, with O'Neill and talking about O'Neill and the drop third strike. That's another one I'm going to, you know, when we see it, I might lose. I might blow a gasket.
Really? That bothers you that that has to be thrown to first?
Yes.
Okay.
And Shohei Ohtani had a play like that the other night. Now he actually got taken out at the plate.
3-2. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. So Torres strikes out. He thought it was a walk and a run for the Yankees. Let's see.
I think that's a pretty good call, but I am a former pitcher. I just think the barrel of the bat went in front of home plate there. So, you know, by my rule, you know, it's almost like the NFL end zone, break the plane. The barrel of the bat broke the front edge of the plate, home plate.
So now bases loaded, 2 outs, and here's Clint Frazier. And another check swing, and they say he went around. Clint's gotten off to a good start. He's reached an 8 of 15 plate appearances, 5 hits, 3 walks. Hitting .417 in the first 4 games. The 0-1. 0-2, so Kramer really attacking the strike zone now.
Staring at a full Harry Houdini. He's 1 pitch away. Bases loaded, nobody out.
Strike 3. How about that? Bases loaded, nobody out, and the Yankees don't get a run. Here's why. Stanton strikes out for the first out. Torres for the second out. And Frazier for out number 3. Shows on yes, that's right. The Yankees and the Nets are no longer available on Fox Sports Go, but don't worry, the Yes app has you covered, so take out your phone and scan the QR code to download now. It's that easy. The Yes app is the only place to stream your teams on Yes, so you've got to download it today, and it allows authenticated Yes viewers a crystal clear live stream of the Yes Network. There it is. Right-hand corner is the QR code. Ruiz takes a strike. So Kramer, with his leg throbbing, a black and blue appearing, and he got tough and struck out 3 straight Yankees. 0-2.
Sometimes a little kick in the butt helps. Or in this case, a line drive.
They have the shift on for Ruiz with 3 infielders on the right side of the infield. Swing and a miss. That'll bring up Franco. And boy, when he was with the Phillies, he just tormented the Yankees in this series. He has 10 RBIs at Yankee Stadium. And he just lit it up in that 3-game set. In fact, when he began his career with the Phillies, looked like he was going to be a star, but kind of fell off the cliff. And here he is with the Orioles. He's 9 for 26 lifetime against the Yankees at .346 with 4 homers and 11 ribbies, but 10 in that series at the stadium. Line drive, right field. It's going to be a base hit in front of Judge.
Well, Franco walks up there ready to swing. He'll go out of the zone. This one up and out. This is a ball above the strike zone, but that's what Franco does. He just is a hacker. Swings at everything and hits a lot of it too.
Now, how rare is it to not score a run with the bases loaded, nobody out? Well, according to Baseball Prospectus, a team averages 2.36 runs in an inning where they have the bases loaded, nobody out. At least one run is scored 86% of the time. So the Yankees in that inning took the 14% and ran with it. 0-2 on Galvis.
Yeah, he was 30 feet underwater. He had handcuffs on. He got the cuffs off. Got out of the cage. Harry Houdini.
And for our younger viewers, that's an older version of David Blaine.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, Houdini was a great rap group back in the 80s too, Michael. Yeah, Freaks Come Out at Night, 5 Minutes of Funk.
Those are actually going to be the titles of David's 3rd and 4th book.
There you go. 5 Minutes of Funk.
And Freaks Come Out at Night.
And the Freaks Come Out at Night.
I wonder if Jack Curry's going to help you with those.
I might have to find a different writer.
Foul back. .28 pitches so far for Cole. Swing and a miss. 98 upstairs. Strikeout number 3 for Cole.
You could see, Higashioka just kind of setting up middle-ish on that pitch, kind of letting Cole choose if he wants to go elevate, up and in.
Severino fouls it away. Really a lovely evening here in the Bronx. It's kind of in stark contrast to what it was opening day, where it was kind of frigid. In fact, let's take a look at the game time weather presented by Bigelow Tea. It's 68 degrees. Wind is out of the southeast at 9 miles per hour. Not much humidity. One and two. The 1-2. 2-2.
Kind of been a common theme for the Yankee pitching staff, Michael, and Gerrit Cole leading the way and following suit as well. Filling up the strike zone, 24 strikes out of those 33 pitches.
And he goes around. So Cole watches Kramer strike out 3 Yankees and said, well, I can do that. Number 1, Ruiz. Number 2, Galvis. Severino making a hat trick. Local Kia dealers.
Well, whenever you're on top of an opponent like the Yankees have been for on the Orioles, an early lead is really important, and the Yankees missed that opportunity, especially with your ace on the mound. You give him some room to breathe, and then he can really get aggressive and go after it. And of course, Judge and Stanton homering in the same game. How often will we see that? And then the 12-pack, that's in reference to the Yankee winning streak against the Orioles.
Yep, they have 11 straight home wins against Baltimore.
Yeah, at Yankee Stadium.
Jay Bruce takes low and inside 1-0. Shift is on for Bruce. Ruiz in shallow right field. There's a strike. One, two. Well, Bruce has made a big contribution already with a runner on third and 1 out, infield in. He takes this ground ball, fires a strike to Higashioka to get the speedy Mullins the second out. High fly ball, deep right field. Santander back on the track. He's at the wall. See ya! Home run, Bruce. That's why they got him. It's 1-0 Yankees. Well, David, they thought that his swing would play here at the stadium.
Well, yeah. I mean, you get a pitch like this, and you can hit a fly ball to right field. Your chances are pretty good.
Oh, 2 on Urshela.
Change up grip, that speeds up the bat. See, that's how Jay Bruce is able to go on the outer half of the plate and pull that ball and get in the air.
Right back to Kramer. Meredith, you have more on Jay Bruce.
Michael, when he came into spring training, he said, first and foremost, I want to win a World Series, and the Yankees have a roster to do so. But he was very adamant about the fact that he was healthy and feels as though he can definitely contribute. In years past, he had some issues, and he thought that that affected his performance. As far as playing first base is concerned, he said every time he is out there, he gets more and more comfortable. There are still some movements he's getting used to, and he said you don't know all the different things you have to do at first until you're actually playing out there in a game speed. Things pop up all the time, but he's been working with the staff. They've been very good in trying to help him along at first, and so far they feel as though he's done a pretty good job there.
Well, that play in the first inning was a sparkler. It's the first at bat of the season for Higashioka. He got into the game in opening day in the 10th inning after they had pinch run for Sanchez, so he was behind the plate, didn't get an at bat. He became an important member of the Yankee team last year, where he started in 5 of the 7 playoff games that the Yankees played last year, and became the catcher for Gerrit Cole. Swing and a miss. Higashioka down on strikes.
It really pulls the string on this big curveball. 74 miles an hour. What a shot. You can see the spin. His index finger off of the ball. All the pressure on the middle finger. Big looping 74 mile an hour curveball. Works.
Back to the top of the order, and LeMahieu takes a strike. He singled right back up the middle in the first inning. DJ did not have a great spring training. Opening day, there wasn't a LeMahieu type of performance, but you look up and he's hitting .333, which is where you expect him to be, and seems like his swing is there. Skied the other way, right down the right field line. And it's foul.
Trying to think of some famous Yankees, Michael, that wore number 26. Well, Duque was one, right?
Mm-hmm. Steve Farr.
The Beast, Steve Farr, that's
Steve
right.
Farr. Yep.
Former closer for the Yankees way back when. I got a feeling that before it's over that, you know, when you look at Yankee numbers, obviously no name on the back, that 26 will be DJ LeMahieu's. Got 6 more years to make it his.
Driven out to deep center field. Mullins back. He's got plenty of room there, and then he puts it away for the final out. So Jay Bruce just became an honorary fielder. 319 home runs, tied with Cecil and Prince. Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by the New York Lottery. Get out there and play. By Cadillac. Visit your Tri-State Cadillac dealer and experience the ultimate in iconic luxury. And by FanDuel, there's more ways to win on FanDuel. Traffic moving nicely on Park Avenue. And here on 161st Street and River Avenue, the Yankees lead 1-0 on the Jay Bruce home run. So we go to the 3rd inning. All right, so we've done some research, David. We've got a lot of number 26s. You ready?
Yes.
Andrew McCutchen wore it that 1 year with the Yanks. Tyler Austin. Jan Hervis Solarte. Eduardo Nunez. I'm just picking some out. Sal Fasano. Shane Spencer wore it in '98. Cisco goes down on strikes. Homer Bush. Should have thought of that one. Andy Fox. Strawberry wore it in '95. Kevin Elster also wore it in '95. Rick Rhoden. Joe Negro. John Montefusco. Johnny Oates.
The count.
And the first Yankee to ever wear number 26 was Cedric Durst in 1929. Many, many more. Those names might jog you a bit, but right now it belongs to that man. Woo. 0-2 on Mullins. So Cole has struck out 5. Allowed a couple of hits. Has not walked a batter. Swing and a miss. And he struck out 6. Last 5 outs recorded, all via the strikeout.
Back-to-back changeups. We talked about it, and I talked about it with Meredith, and Meredith was all over this. I'm talking to Gerrit about it. Is that changeup? We think of him as a power pitcher, but he is a complete pitcher, is what he is. A true 4-pitch pitcher, and his changeup looks really good in his first 2 starts so far this year.
And David, overall, he felt pretty good about that first outing. However, he felt as though pitch sequences weren't quite where he wanted them to be. He'd execute one pitch, and then the next pitch would be just a little bit off. Whether he was going from his fastball to his changeup or his fastball to his slider, he didn't feel as though he put together great pitch sequences, and that's something that he worked on from that start to this start. And if you take a look at the pitch breakdown right there, as we see, majority four-seamers per usual for Gerrit Cole, really establishing that fastball, but you see him working in that changeup a little bit more.
Fly ball right field toward the line. Coming in is Judge, and it's a fair ball, and it bounces into the seats for a double. So Mancini picks up a 2-out double.
Well, Paul O'Neill could call this play very well. As you can see, as Aaron Judge knows that there's not a lot of room over there. So you got a couple of choices. Do you dive and end up in that lower concrete portion there below the padding? Not a lot of options.
Now, one of the first things that Judge said in spring training, he was not going to sacrifice his body on plays like that because he wanted to play a full season. And it's called playing with management. You have to know when to make that move, when to make that dive. 0-1. Now, he's had some injuries. The oblique in 2016, fractured his right wrist in 18, another oblique in 19. 2020 collapsed lung, fractured rib, did not play in spring training. In 2020 also strained right calf, made him miss 29 games. He wants to be on the field. When he's on the field, he's one of the best players in the game.
Yeah, to your point, that collapsed lung was the result of him diving for a ball in the outfield.
Oh, 2. And the pitch. Strike 3, Santander down looking. So once again, 3 strikeouts. He had it in the second, has it in the third, 7 so far in 3 innings for Gerrit Cole. He's dealing here at the stadium. We go to the bottom of the third, 1-0 Yanks. The MLB Ballpark app will complete your next visit to Yankee Stadium. Buy and manage game tickets, redeem offers, access exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Aaron Judge will lead off the bottom of the third inning. It is 1-0 Yankees on the Jay Bruce home run. His first homer as a Yank. Judge hit one right back to Kramer and off of Kramer in the first inning, picked up an infield single. And a strike. One and one. Hit sharply to short. Galvis. Low throw. Backhand scoop by Mancini. One away. So with that strikeout of Santander, Cole has now had at least 7 strikeouts in 11 regular season starts. His last 11 regular season starts. And the reason I bring that up, because it's kind of stunned me when I read it. That's the longest streak by a Yankee pitcher in their history of 7 or more strikeouts in 11 straight games. Longest in their history. And they've had great pitchers that strike out guys. Can't believe Ron Guidry didn't do it. Can't believe Whitey Ford. Can't believe David didn't do it.
Guidry would be my pick.
Clemens. Now the strikeout is much more prevalent in the game than it ever has been. So
context is important. You're right. It was also 101 miles an hour on that last pitch from Cole. We saw the Mets in their opener and Jacob deGrom throw about, seemed like 100 pitches, 100 miles an hour. The starting pitchers with at least 3 100-mile-per-hour strikeout pitches in a game since 2008. Jacob deGrom, Gerrit Cole did it in July of 2019, and Andrew Cashner. That's it. 3 on that list of 3 strikeouts of 100 miles an hour or more in one game. It's a golden era in New York. I mean, arguably the 2 best power pitchers are in New York.
I mean, the baseball gods have to do us all a little bit of a favor. Yankees and the Mets will play 6 times this year, and let it line up that we get deGrom against Cole. That would be just great. You know, yesterday with deGrom being taken out after 77 pitches, all I could think about was you in Game 5 of 1995. I mean, your arm was hanging off your shoulder. And what was it, 142 pitches?
Yeah, keep going.
146?
Yeah, something like that.
Swing and a miss. Gardner down on strikes.
Kramer's been pretty impressive, really. I mean, this one he kind of left up a little bit, but his combination of cutters and curveballs and high spinning fastballs, pretty impressive. And then, of course, that bases loaded jam with nobody out that he worked out of. He started out this game with 2 rockets right back at him. One of them hit him. Since that point, he's been pretty solid.
.147 was the final count. I mean, what a heroic performance in Game 5. Didn't want to leave. Mariano, who they didn't know was Mariano yet, warming up. And that was the final pitch. I always wondered, David, if you guys won that game, could you have pitched in the next round?
I don't think so.
It was that bad.
I couldn't lift my arm for 2 weeks.
Wow.
And then showed up the next spring and I had an aneurysm. Didn't know it. My fingernails turned blue. Had a circulatory issue.
Ground ball, a base hit through the right side for Stanton. And this is you. And look at the young Derek Jeter, not even on the roster, coming out to greet you. And that was after the pitch to Doug Strange.
I walked right into the clubhouse, sat in my locker, and buried my face in a towel and cried like a 12-year-old little leaguer.
Really?
That's how much that game meant.
That was the beginning of the run.
It was. It was also the beginning of the end of somebody's job, too. I mean, the organization pivoted on a dime after that game. Now, we knew Mariano was good, but we didn't know he was that good.
Right.
And Mariano came in that game. I think he struck the hitter out on 3 straight fastballs. It's boom, boom, boom.
Well, the Yankees had lost faith in Wetland from the previous night, and they brought in Jack McDowell, and he ended up giving up the game.
So that Seattle lineup was a nightmare. in the Kingdom.
Line drive to right field. It's a base hit. And I was outside the visiting clubhouse at the Kingdom that night. I interviewed George Steinbrenner for the MSG post-game show, and he said there's going to be a lot of changes here after a loss like this, and little did we know. And then I also saw Gene Michael, who had made his way down from the press level, and there was an elderly woman yelling at him, right in his face, right in his grill, yelling at him, a finger in his face. And I asked him later, who was that? He said, it was Jack McDowell's grandmother. Why'd you bring him in? He's not a relief pitcher. Why would you do that to him?
I'd never heard that story before. Wow.
And I just remember that flight home. People crying. You know, everybody coming over and consoling Don Mattingly. The 1-0. And there's a strike to Frazier. 1-1. Two and one.
Body language tells the story. You can tell that Kramer thought this was on the corner. And it's borderline. Could have been called.
Two and two.
Oh, 1 out of 2. This one's lower, so generally speaking, umpires will call that one more than a high cutter. Although both were borderline at best.
Well, Severino taking a very slow walk out to the mound to talk to Kramer. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. We're at the bottom of the third. Yankees lead 1-0 on the Jay Bruce home run.
That's usually a case where the catcher was getting shaked off by the pitcher and he didn't like it. He's like, wait a minute here. I don't like what you're thinking here. Let's go. Let's get on the same page here.
Two. Popped up. Galvis puts it away, and that'll do it. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. 3 in the books in the Bronx. 1-0 Yankees.
Well, Gerrit Cole and his full arsenal is on display tonight so far. And really, he's gotten swings and misses with all of his pitches. The slider, the knuckle curve, the heater, and the changeup at 90 miles an hour, and 101 to finish the last inning. 7 strikeouts, no walks, and only 46 pitches. Not only is his stuff unhittable, but he's been efficient too.
Well, he's going to face 4, 5, and 6 in the order as Kramer talking things over in the Oriole dugout. Here's Mountcastle. That's going to dunk in for a base hit in left center field. So a leadoff single by Mountcastle. Well, fans, the annual Yankees homecoming dinner benefiting the New York Yankees Foundation and the Boys and Girls Club of Tampa Bay will be a special virtual event on Thursday, May 6th. So help us honor CC Sabathia with the Pride of the Yankees Award. And for the first time, general admission tickets are available for this exclusive virtual event only at yankees.com/dinner. Here is Rio Ruiz. He struck out in the second. 1-0. Great story that Meredith told on the pregame show regarding Cole's family coming to opening day and how emotional his dad got. And it means something. It really does. And this kid was a legitimate Yankee fan as a kid. We've all seen the picture from the 2001 World Series in Arizona. And it was Yankee GM Brian Cashman's White Whale. Fly ball down the left field line. And it's foul.
And Michael, his father, Mark, his mother, Sharon, his sister, Erin, all in attendance again tonight. And Mark was so kind to give me a few minutes today. And he said when he walked into the stadium on opening day, it just didn't seem real. It didn't seem real to him. He generally walks around the stadium a little bit, and it wasn't until he was almost out to center field, he looked up, saw the lineups on the scoreboard, saw his son's name in the lineup, and was like, wow, this is happening. This is real. Then the family watched him throw a couple pitches in the bullpen. They went back up to the suite, and there was a moment with his daughter, Erin, where she almost had tears in her eyes. The family just so happy to watch Gerrit really realizing his dream and to be there for a part of it, that she gave him a big hug, and he said that was my pinch me moment. That was when it all kind of came together, realized it was happening, and just how cool it was that he was able to realize his dream.
Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 8. Well, the Yankees drafted him out of high school, but he was intent on going to school. He wanted to go to college, and he did. And then they tried to trade for him when the Pirates were going to deal him, and the Astros came up with a better offer. So he pitched there, became a free agent, and they finally got him then. And he has been as advertised, and he has accepted the mantle of being one of the leaders of this team.
Strikeout number 8 on another good change.
0-1 on Franco.
And Michael, it's funny you say that, because I asked his father, Mark, what's the best part about your son being a Yankee? And he said, I know Gerrit knows he has a gift. I know he doesn't take it all for granted. I know he has high goals for himself, but I think the best part is that he can be an example to kids who are watching him and looking up to him and seeing what he does not only on the field, but as a leader in the clubhouse and off the field.
Just handles himself beautifully, and you can see when he talks to the media, he likes to talk about pitching. He likes to break it down. He's almost, professorial about it. And I'm sure he could take deeper dives if he's talking to somebody like David, but it's pretty fascinating to hear him talk about his outings. 1-1.
Higashioka so athletic back there. So quick. Just makes that look easy. Slider, deadens it. No panic at all. Very soft.
Popped up right side. Long run for LeMahieu. He's out there, and he makes the play. Covered a lot of real estate. Little trivia question. Gerrit Cole is one of 2 pitchers drafted in the first round by the Yankees who did not sign with the team. Who is the other? I know they drafted Jack Leiter a couple years ago, but not in the first round.
Right.
You can have that in the first round this year.
Yeah, he's not going to be there when the Yankees pick.
Nope. He might not be there when the second team picks.
Yes.
Popped up. LeMahieu puts it away. No runs a hit, and 1 man left on base. Well, Gerrit Cole got away out of high school, and so did this guy, young Jack Leiter. Just throwing zeros. No hit inning, one after the other. Son of Al. Al says he's better than he was. Today with the Texas Rangers, they sent 2 minor league outfielders to the Rangers for Rougned Odor. Second baseman, just 27 years old. 3 seasons with 30 or more home runs. Now he is designated for assignment by the Rangers on April 1st, traded to the Yankees today. Rangers will pay his entire salary other than the minimum wage that the Yankees will pay, and it will not go against the Yankees' salary luxury threshold. So it's an interesting pickup because at the beginning of his career, he looked like he was a star. Then the Rangers signed him to a long-term contract, and he has not been the same. In fact, he has not been a good player for the last 4 years. The Yankees feel as if they could tap into something that used to be there. But David and Meredith, I got to tell you, I've been thinking this over. I guess it's a good flyer, but I don't know how he fits. I can't figure that out yet.
Well, Michael, I think the fact that they're not spending a lot of money, clearly, it's worth the flyer. He's also a left-handed bat, and if they can tap into any of that potential or any of that power that they saw earlier in his career, I think they could have found something there. Now, he is not here in the Bronx today. Aaron Boone said he still needs to go through intake, go through all the COVID protocols, and then they need to decide exactly where he's at physically. He was designated about a week ago. They don't know exactly what he has been doing since then, so they want to see if he is up to speed or is going to need some at-bats, and then the Yankees will make a determination exactly where they see fit for Odor.
Now, in his big league career, he's played only second base, but in spring training, Aaron Boone said Odor did play some third base as the Rangers were trying him in different spots. The Yankees sent Michael King, who was so great the other day in relief, down to the alternate site, and they also designated for assignment Thairo Estrada, pretty good player, to make room for Odor on the 40-man roster. So the Yankees are playing this game with 25 players, not the 26, because King was sent to the alternate site. As Bruce fouls it back.
You know what I think, Michael? Odor, he'd be good in a bench clearing brawl. He's got a quick right.
Yes. Jose Bautista would tell you that.
He does, yes. Low risk move, really. I mean, like you said, Michael, a couple of prospects they did have to give up for him, so that remains to be seen, but none of the top prospects by any measure. He's a left-handed bat with a lot of pop. He's a tough little guy. Maybe they feel like he could have a little bit of a rebirth here and get into the Yankee culture.
And then Jay Bruce works a walk. How'd you score this round, David?
Quick right. Wow.
Well, he's certainly a guy who has had really good seasons, and there are not that many second basemen in the history of the game. I think there are just 6 that have had 3 years of 30 or more home runs.
So left-handed bat with pop.
I was asked a lot today, well, why would the Rangers pay his whole salary? Well, they designated him for assignment. He's making a lot of money, and he hasn't been producing. I think that he's owed $26 million over the next 2 years, including a $3 million buyout in the final year. And if they couldn't find a trade partner, which they couldn't, then they would have to release him and pay the money anyway. So this way, they said, okay, we'll pay all that money and we'll get a couple of lottery tickets from the Yankees, see if these kids turn out to be anything. That's the thinking there.
That's exactly right. And the thinking on the Yankees' part is, hey, let's take a chance. You know, it's really low risk. You know, we've seen this before with the Yankees, and throughout their history, you see players from other teams or veteran players put on the pinstripes and something happens.
The guy at the plate had a terrible OPS plus, which Odor has had over the last 4 years, and he's been nothing like the player that he was before he got to the Yankees. And we've seen it. We've seen it happen before.
There's so many examples of that. Of all of a sudden, the players show up in Yankee Stadium, the pinstripes, the culture. You become selfless. You become big. You know, it's about the team.
Off the glove of Severino, it's ball 4, and Bruce moves to second. So 2 straight walks to open up the 4th inning for the Yanks. Adam Plutko is up in the Oriole bullpen. And that's the pitching coach, Chris Holt, to talk things over with Kramer, who is at 77 pitches. So Phil Nevin, the third base coach, just came down to talk with Higashioka. Would the Yankees think about bunting here? Higashioka does have power. He struck out in the 2nd inning against Kramer. A lot of things the Yankees could do. So you move the runners up. Now if they want to walk LeMahieu, you go okay, and then they have to face Judge. Or if they want to bring the infield in with LeMahieu at the plate, who's very good with runners in scoring position, they'll take that as well. Let's see what they do here. Not bunting and taking a strike. Nice block by Severino. He moves smoothly to the right side. Higashioka with a long look at Nevin. Yankees have 5 hits, Orioles 4. The Yankees run, though, came on a Jay Bruce home run into the short porch and right. Bruce's first Yankee home run. They've left 5 runners on base tonight. 1 and 2. Two and 2. First and second, nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. 1-0 Yanks. Bruce at second, Urshela at first, Higashioka at the plate. And we showed you the numbers earlier. Started 5 of the 7 playoff games and actually was very effective with the bat as well as behind the plate. And in the minor leagues, he's always shown pretty good power. He can run into one.
Had a 3 home run game last year that really propelled him kind of into the pitcher and made him a legitimate weapon.
Did he go? No, he did not. So the count is 3-2. Hit sharply foul.
Really pushing Kramer's pitch count. Number 85 about to be delivered.
That's ball 4. 3 straight walks by Kramer. And the bases are loaded. And that is going to do it for Kramer. Brandon Hyde, the manager in his 3rd year with the Orioles, will go to the bullpen. So the Yankees have the bases loaded, top of the order coming up as they try to build on a 1-0 lead. Hyde takes the ball from Kramer and signals to the pen. We'll be back.
Brought to you in part by Delta, the official airline of the New York Yankees. Delta, keep climbing. And by FW Webb, the official plumbing, heating, cooling, and PVF supplier to the New York Yankees.
Audi scoreboard, Yankees lead 1-0, but looking for more here in the 4th inning as they knock out Kramer, and Hyde goes to Adam Plutko. And this is quite an assignment for Plutko. Bases loaded, and you've got LeMahieu, Judge, and then Gardner. Bruce at third, Urshela at second, Higashioka is at first. Nobody out. Kramer, a spectator. Pitch outside.
Plutko, the former Cleveland Indian, actually had some starts over there. Made 20 starts in 2019 for the Indians.
2-0. Actually, he was a teammate at UCLA with Gerrit Cole and Trevor Bauer when he was a freshman in 2011. Grounded to short. There's one. There's two. Run scores. But they do get 2 outs, and the Yankees lead 2-0. Moving to third is Urshela.
It's not what LeMahieu was looking for. You can tell his frustration on there. That is just tailor-made, a double play, and On the Orioles side, you'll trade a run for that in this situation.
So here's Judge, now a runner at third, 2 outs. And a strike. One and one.
Pretty good staff at UCLA, huh? You got Cole, Trevor Bauer, and Pletko.
Yeah, not too bad.
I say Vanderbilt's pretty good this year when you got Kumar Rocker and Jack Leiter, as you said. They might go 1-2 in the draft this year.
Yeah. Two and one. Pletko says one of the biggest influences in his life, both on and off the field, is Corey Kluber when they were together in Cleveland. Base hit right field. That'll score a run. Santander cuts it off. An RBI single for Judge. His second hit of the night. It's 3-0 Yanks.
That ball got to the right fielder in a hurry. Little cutter. Barreled. 110 miles an hour. One and two. Talk about the Vanderbilt starting rotation. Rocker 7-0, 0.84. Leiter says hold my beer 7-0, 0.43. Pretty remarkable. Check swing, did he go? No. Pitchers are so polished too coming out of college nowadays, Michael. They don't need to learn a changeup. They don't need to learn how to pitch. All they need is an opportunity to face better competition.
Three and two on Gardner, so that's going to release Judge at first.
That's right. Cole was the first pick of the nation. The Pirates. And I think Bauer was third, right?
He was third. Three-two. Line drive. It's a base hit to right field. Judge round second. He's going to third. Santander cuts it off on the warning track. They're going to hold Judge at third as the ball comes in to Mancini. So a double for Gardner, and the Yankees have runners on second and third.
Gardy goes down and digs it out. The bottom of the strike zone, looping line drive. Excellent job here by Santander. I thought Judge was going to have a chance there, and I think Phil Nevin did too. At the last minute, holds him up. As you see, Judge runs well. He starts striding it out here. Picking up Nevin, maybe. No, we're going to hold you up, big guy.
Stanton fouls it back. Yankees lead 3-0. Runners on second and third, 2 outs. Hit sharply to third. Franco will get Stanton, and that'll do it. But the Yankees get 2 runs, 2 hits, 3 walks, and they leave 2. The injury report brought to you by Montefiore Doing More. 9 players are on the COVID list for the Nationals out of a 26-man roster, and they got the win today. So the Yankees have a 3-0 lead as we move to the 5th inning. Severino leads off. Hit sharply foul. David, I have to tell you a quick story. So between innings here, if you have to get something done, you have to run down the hall because you want to get back in time. And I was running down the right side of the hall, and Meredith was kind of walking, and I kind of darted past her. She sees me peripherally out of the right side, and she checks me into the wall. I think she broke my shoulder. It was unprovoked. It was violent, and I'm surprised she did it.
God, I love her.
Now, David, I'll say he is being unbelievably dramatic, as we know. He instigated it. He made contact first, and I wasn't just going to sit there and let him try to bully me and get past me. So I stood my ground.
And
quick
check
little
me
hip
into
check.
the wall.
I mean, maybe you should have had a better base, Michael.
I've always been told that. Cisco takes a strike. Pitch is high, 1-1. Although this, she wore this to the stadium today. The Michael K shirt that RotoWare makes. I was so proud. She's always very stylish.
Now, Michael, have you ever worn that shirt? Just asking for a friend.
Actually, my kids have. I have not.
That's pretty adorable. See, you try to make me out to be the bad guy, yet I come in here full support of you.
And check me against the wall.
You'll get over it.
In 10 days. I think we have to get Rucco up in the bullpen.
That's right.
I'll shoot him a text. You might be going on the IL.
Cisco down on strikes. Hey, how about this? Let's check out the trivia question answer. So Gerrit Cole, one of 2 pitchers drafted in the first round by the Yankees who did not sign with the team. Who's the other?
I cheated. I cheated and looked on Twitter.
So did I.
Yeah.
Mark Pryor.
Yeah. I didn't know.
He ended up with the Yankees, though, toward the tail end of his career.
Mark Lazaro. MLaz NJ on Twitter. Thanks, brother. But I'm not a good poker player. I should have just played it straight and said, yeah, I think it's Mark Pryor.
Yeah, that would have made you look great. Nine strikeouts for Cole. With 2 outs here in the 5th, he has a 3-0 lead. His next pitch will be his 70th. And a strike. 2-2. Cole did not get a decision on opening day. Two. Strike 3. Strikeout number 10 for Cole. He is ringing him up. 10 strikeouts for Gerrit Cole, and we are halfway through with the Yankees leading 3-0. Cole, as advertised, throwing bullets here in the Bronx, mowing down the O's one by one up to 10. We'll be back. Series finale here in the Bronx. Live coverage begins with the DraftKings Yankees pregame at 6, and then we're back with the call right here on Yes and streaming on the Yes app, and we'll get a chance to see Jameson Taillon making his Yankees debut as the starter tomorrow night. Gleyber Torres takes outside 1-0. John Means will oppose Taillon. Taillon did not start last year, didn't pitch last year. Last time he was on the mound was 2019. That one is chopped to third. Franco. In fact, May 1st, 2019 was his last start. Second Tommy John surgery, and he looked pretty good in spring training. And, he's the 5th starter. This is the Yankees' 5th game, but they're always going to keep Cole as close to on a 5-man rotation as they can. So there was an off day after opening day. So Cole goes today. Taillon gets the extra day and will go tomorrow night.
And Means is their best pitcher. Had a great opener. 1 hit in 7 innings. Excellent changeup up to the mid-90s with his fastball. He's a tough test.
Jay Bruce with a home run and a walk today. He's on deck. Two and 2 on Frazier. Frazier's 0 for 2 tonight. Strikeout and a pop to short. High fly ball, shallow center. Mullins calls off Ruiz. 2-away. And that's going to bring up Jay Bruce, who connected for his first Yankee home run in the second. We'll take a look at the exit velocity presented by Spectrum Mobile. Go to SpectrumMobile.com today. 105.6 off the bat, and it traveled 354 feet.
That was a Ray guy. That had some hang time.
Yeah.
46-degree launch angle. Everybody in the last row of the upper deck, if they're up there, saw it.
1-0. No, I stand corrected. I said that Pryor had pitched for it was Kerry Wood. I knew it was one of the 2 Cup pitchers, so I apologize. It was not Mark Pryor. He was signed to a minor league deal, but he never made it. He was signed to a minor league deal with the Yankees. And now he's the Dodgers pitching coach.
He was the guy, Mark Pryor, when he got injured, kind of blew the industry away because everybody pictured him as perfect mechanics. This is a guy who's going to last.
High fly ball, right field. Didn't get that one. Santander puts it away, and the Yankees go down in order 1, 2, 3. We've played 5 in the Bronx. Yankees lead 3-0. Well, get primed for new NYCFC season on Yes with a special preview this Friday at 7 featuring player and coach interviews. And the Boys in Blue kick off the regular season against DC United. That's on Saturday, April 17th at 7:30. Watch all the action on Yes and streaming on the Yes app. Mancini fouls it back. Montefiore scoreboard, 3-0 Yankees lead. Mancini with a double just inside the right field line. That Judge kind of pulled off bomb, didn't want to crash into the wall. And he struck out his other time, so 1 for 2. Cole, 72 pitches through 5 innings. Highest number of pitches was in the second inning. He threw 18. He's been economical. One and two.
Well, he's got 19 swings and misses out of all of his pitches, and also 15 called strikes. So 34 of his pitches have either been a called strike or a swing and a miss. It's incredibly high. And it's really been all of his pitches, Michael. I mean, he's gotten swings and misses on all of them. 7 on the four-seamer, 6 on the slider, a couple on the knuckle curve, and 4 swing and misses on his changeup.
2-2. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Mancini could not hold up. Strikeout number 11 for Gerrit Cole.
Well, when you can throw the ball 101 miles an hour on the top end, you're going to get some swings like this on sliders in the dirt. Mancini's a great fastball hitter. He starts it early and doesn't get what he's looking for. And that's what happens.
Now, baseball loves the strikeout pitcher, but there's one downside to it. You throw more pitches. You're not getting those 1-pitch, 2-pitch outs. You got to throw a lot of pitches. And it builds up the pitch count in a sport where they are now zealots when it comes to watching pitch count. So 11 strikeouts is the new career high with the Yankees for Cole. Obviously, that's just last season and these 2 starts. He had 3 10-strikeout games last season.
60 strikes out of those 81 pitches. I love that shot. A little pip that shows the defense there. That's new this year for us, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Shallow left field. Gardner is there. Puts it away. 2 down.
A little Wally Pip screen.
Here's Ryan Mountcastle. He's 1 for 2. I would say that Cole gets to 100. That's about the limit they'd have for him this early. Nobody up in the Yankee bullpen. 2-1.
You know, Michael, on average last year, really for Gerrit Cole's career, he's thrown about 5% changeups. The big change this year so far, early, that's up to about 15%, including tonight. That makes him a true 4-pitch pitcher. And that's a big deal for sustainability moving forward. It makes him more unpredictable. Gives him another weapon to go to when things aren't going well.
Count 3-2 on Mountcastle.
It's not just about power with Gerrit Cole. He's a craftsman as well. He studies his craft, as you said, Michael, and he wants to get better, and he's improving, and that includes all of his pitches, and his 4th best pitch, his changeup, has really shown improvement this year.
3-2. Strike 3. Strikeout number 12 for Gerrit Cole. He retires the Orioles in order. He's retired 9 straight. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 3-0 Yanks. Gary Sanchez on being voted the Montefiore Doing More Player of the Week. 3 for 7 in his first 2 games. A couple of home runs. And the home runs in the first 2 games of the season. Becomes only the 2nd Yankee catcher to do that. The other, Elston Howard, in 1963 when he won the MVP. Urshela chases a pitch up in the zone, and it's 0-1 as we start at the bottom of the 6th on the Montefiore scoreboard. 3-7-0 Yankees, 0-4-0 for the O's.
You know, under the radar with regards to Gary Sanchez, it's the 2nd year now that he's catching with the new style on one knee with Tanner Swanson, the catching instructor. He looks much more comfortable. Well, I think he's done a really good job behind the plate defensively.
Two and 2. Fly ball center field. Mullins. 1 away. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. Here's Kyle Higashioka. Kyle worked a walk in the 4th inning. He struck out in the 2nd. So he's 0 for 1, his first start of the year, 2nd game. Plutko on in relief of Kramer. Waved at that pitch, 1-1. That'll make the seats.
It's one of the things I missed most, Michael, without the fans in the stands, is the fight for the foul balls and the excitement when they get one. Little things.
Yeah, last year you'd hear that rattle and it would just sit there.
It would sit there. It was annoying.
How's that, Bruin staff? Cole, Bauer, Pletko. And Bauer screaming something.
What new?
Fly ball right field. Santander puts it away, 2 away. Here is LeMahieu. He is 1 for 3. Last time up, bases loaded, nobody out. He wrapped into a 6-4-3 double play. Didn't get a ribby, but the Yankees scored a run. Skied the other way. Fly ball right field on the run. Santander, and foul territory, puts it away. Yankees go down in order. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to the 7th inning. Yankees leading 3-0.
Electric moment. Visit your Tri-State Audi dealer and experience the fully electric Audi e-tron today. Talk about electric. Gerrit Cole's right arm had electricity coming out of it tonight so far, and you see it is all on display. Every pitch in the book. And a purposeful walk off the mound when you know you got it working.
All right, so most 10 or more strikeout games since 2018. Scherzer with 34. Gerrit Cole right behind him now with 33. Then Verlander, DeGrom, and Sale. So Cole has 12 strikeouts tonight. And he comes out to pitch the 7th inning, and Rio Ruiz will lead off. Cole, when he's on the mound, seems like he loves his craft. Were you like that, David? I mean, did you enjoy the art of pitching?
Yes, very much. I mean, I didn't have this kind of stuff that he has.
Fly ball right field. 1 away.
But yes, you know, and you take a lot of pride as you move forward in your career of keeping your team in the game on the days that you don't have your good stuff. I mean, when you're throwing 101 miles an hour and your slider's on the black, that's an easy night to pitch. It's when you're struggling a little bit, kind of like he was opening day, and you still find a way to get it done.
Here's Franco.
Something about a starting pitcher, Michael. I mean, you wait all week. You pitch once a week, or once every 5 days in Gerrit Cole's case. So there's a lot of downtime. So when it's your time to pitch, you are amped. And so there's tremendous satisfaction when you go out and you do your job. And more times than not, this guy does his job.
Ground ball is short. Torres to Bruce, 2 away. Well, last year, you know, in a 60-game season, he had 7 wins, second behind Bieber. 4th in innings, 6th in ERA, 3rd in strikeouts, 4th in opponent's batting average again, strikes to walkout, strikeout to walk ratio, 5th in the American League. And remember, he also had a 13 strikeout game in Cleveland in Game 1 of the wild card last year. Pitch to Galvis is a strike. Chad Green's up. Did not go. 1-2. Tyler Wells warming for the Orioles. Crowd looking for strikeout number 13. And they get it. What a performance by Gerrit Cole. He has retired the last 12 in a row. 13 strikeouts in 7 innings. He's hurling a 3-0 shutout. Looking forward to hearing from hhim and you guys as well. 3-7-0 for the Yanks. 0-4-0 for the Orioles. Kramer lasted 3. Gerrit Cole 7 without a walk. 13 strikeouts. Jay Bruce a solo home run in the second. Aaron Judge 2 for 3 with a ribby single. Tyler Wells will come in for the Orioles. And he'll face Judge, Gardner, and Stanton. Yankees up 3-0. Wells made his major league debut Sunday, closing out an 11-3 win in Boston. And he wears number 68, which is fitting because he's 6'8". Another Rule 5 pick for the Orioles. They took him from the Twins in December. Fly ball right field. Santander puts it away for the first out of the 7th.
Might be one of the first times Aaron Judge has actually faced a guy taller than him.
Here's Gardner. You know, sometimes Rule 5 picks can really help a team that's building or rebuilding. And Akil Baddoo, you might have heard his name. He was a Rule 5 pick by the Tigers from the Twins. So the Twins lost 2 Rule 5 players, which means you have a nice farm system. And Baddoo's been unbelievable with the Twins. Or with the Tigers, I'm sorry. So we mentioned that Cole has 13 strikeouts. He had not a lot of run and hasn't walked a batter. How many times has that happened all time for the Yankees? Well, Masahiro Tanaka did it in September of 2017. Mike Mussina did it twice, including the almost perfect game at Fenway Park where he opposed David Cone. As a walk to Gardner. David Wells did it in '98 on September 1st. John Candelaria in '88 and Ron Guidry in 1984. Those are the only times it's been done.
That game Mussina pitched at Fenway Park and lost the perfect game on the last pitch. It was one of the best games I've ever seen pitched. It's kind of a footnote now because he didn't get credit for the perfect game. I got a bird's eye view of it.
With 2 outs, Carl Everett single to left center field.
2 outs, 2 strikes, an 0-2 count. 1 pitch away from a perfect game.
2-0.
It is an interesting gamble for the Orioles to take 2 Rule 5 draft pick pitchers, stash them in the bullpen.
They had to keep them on the active roster or the IL the year after you take them. But after that, you can send them to the minor leagues. And for a team that's not planning to win this year, this is the type of thing that you do. Three and one.
And Tyler Wells was also a starter in the minor leagues. So I would say the Orioles maybe, haven't ruled that out moving on down. As I said last night in last night's broadcast, Michael, that's kind of the old school way to do it. Break in your young pitchers in middle relief and then eventually work their way into the rotation.
Runner going on 3-2 and 1 out. As Stanton fouls it back. Runner goes. Line drive, base hit. Down the left field line. Hit so hard it goes all the way to the wall. Gardner around third. He's coming home. He'll score. It's an RBI double for Stanton. It's 4-0 Yanks.
We'll go pitch by pitch on Giancarlo Stanton. Spits on the fastball down and in. And another one gets the call, spits on that slider. Good swing right there. Another really good swing. Third time's charm. 117 miles an hour, blistered down in the corner.
So 2 hits tonight, 3 hits on the season. The other one being his grand slam last night. And Gleyber Torres takes a strike.
The bat speed from point A to point B is as good as anybody in the game, maybe ever.
Breaking ball drops in for strike 0-2.
It happens so fast, Michael, it's hard to appreciate with the naked eye. Incredible speed.
Swing and a miss. Torres down on strikes. And from up here, you can see how far the outfielder is from where the ball is hit. And it wasn't that much distance for Mountcastle to cover, but it was hit so hard you just can't get over there in time. If it's a normal line drive, that's not a double. Gardner doesn't score because the outfielder can easily cut it off, but it's hit too fast and too hard, and it gets by you.
Yes, excellent point.
Here's Frazier. I mean, we can marvel about Stanton, and we talked to Judge during a game in spring training, and the other players marvel at it. I mean, Major League Baseball players who are the best at what they do, they can't believe what they're seeing, the way he hits the ball. And here's the view we're talking about, and you see where Mountcastle is. And really, it's not that far away from Mountcastle, and he couldn't cut it off. Ripped and grabbed there by Franco. Frazier hit that right on the screws, but Franco reacting quickly to the glove side. Put it away. The Yankees get a run on one hit, one man left. We're going to the 8th inning. It's 4-0 Bombers. Brought to you in part by Delta, the official airline of the New York Yankees. Delta, keep climbing. And by the Ford Explorer, the official SUV of the New York Yankees. Visit buyfordnow.com. Well, Gerrit Cole's night is done. The Yankees still have to get 6 outs, and they turn to Chad Green. This will be his 3rd game. Picked up a save in the Yankees' only victory against the Blue Jays. And he'll face 8, 9, and 1 in the Orioles order. And there's a strike. Popped up, right side, makes the seats out of play. Tomorrow, mark it down, it's a 6:30 start for the game, so we're on the air at 6 with the pregame, and Jameson Taillon will make his Yankee debut against John Means of the Orioles. One and 2 on Severino. High fly ball. Center field. Gardner drifts back and makes the play in front of the track for the first out. It's time for Pinstripe Pride, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicle of the Yankees. Today's picture comes to us from Natalie. Her son Hudson is ready to cheer on the Yankees. You go, Hudson. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride and post your picture to social media to reflect your love for the Yankees, and we might spotlight you in a future game. Love the blanket. Got a big smile. Cisco with a high fly ball to right field. 2 outs. LeBlanc getting ready to come in the bottom of the 8th. Mullins takes low. Mullins got one of the 4 hits against Cole. He led off the game with a bullet single to center field. And there are some plays that are turning point plays. So he singles, he steals second, and then he goes to third on a wild pitch. So he's at third, nobody out. Trey Mancini strikes out. Yankees bring the infield in. And Santander hits a bullet to Jay Bruce, who fields it cleanly and then fires a strike to Higashioka to get the speedy Mullins trying to score. So just like that, a threat is extinguished. They didn't come close again. Fly ball, deep right. Going back is Judge. He has room and he makes the play. So 3 fly balls, 3 outs for Chad Green. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Yankees lead this one 4-0.
He's at 2 on 98.7 ESPN. Cash in and win $500 every day with Michael, Don, and Peter. Tune in tomorrow at 2 on 98.7 ESPN Radio.
No shortage of topics these last couple of days, and we'll talk a lot about Gerrit Cole tomorrow and how the Met game turns out. So also Kevin Durant's returning to the court tomorrow, so we look forward to that. Wade LeBlanc, 4th pitcher used by Brandon Hyde.
So Don's a certified Mets fan, right?
Yes.
What's his take on DeGrom and his
He went nuts today. He went absolutely ballistic. He said, I don't enjoy baseball anymore. He said, don't you want to see the best players play? He said they take him out after 7. It was a genuine Don rant. LeBlanc deals high to Bruce.
DeGrom had an RBI too, didn't he? Have a hit?
Yeah, 2 hits.
He provided the offense and still couldn't get the win. He is the poster child for sabermetrics and the 1-loss record being overrated for pitchers. In case you wondered, see Jacob DeGrom's career.
Grounded to first. Mancini flips to LeBlanc. Take a look at the Land Rover drive of the game, David.
Yeah, this comes off the bat of Jay Bruce. Changeup that sped up his bat. He hit a moonshot way up there, raining down out of the sky. His first Yankee home run, the Land Rover drive of the game from Jay Bruce.
That'll bring up Gio Urshela, who's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. The Bruce home run came in the 2nd. Then the Yankees got 2 runs in the 4th, 1 on an RBI, not an RBI, but a double play ball off the bat of LeMahieu with the bases loaded. Then Aaron Judge with a single to right. And the other run came on an RBI double by Giancarlo Stanton in the 7th. That's the Yankees scoring, so they haven't torn it up, but again, great pitching. And Darren O'Day might face his former teammates. Line drive left field. It is a base hit for Urshela.
Higashioka's a rocker, Michael. You know, he plays the guitar. I know Meredith told us a lot about that. Well, that was some heavy metal walking up to there. I have to get the lowdown on what his walk-up song is.
Sky down the left field line, and that ball is a fair ball up against the wall. Caroms out the left field. Stopping at third is Urshela, and Higashioka picks up a double.
Well, he's got a batting average now for 2021. The only question is it high enough? No. Just fights that off just a bit. Maybe down towards the label. Oh, a lousy double.
Orioles bring the infield in. LeMahieu at the plate with one out. Runners on second and third. Soft roller to Galvis. He comes home, and he gets Urshela trying to get into home plate. So 2 away. Moving to third is Higashioka.
This just shows you how good Galvis is. Coming and getting it all in one move. He can play some shortstop. He makes this play look easy. And there's the contact play that everybody loves. Probably get more comments on that play than any other baseball play from fans. Why did you send him?
Pitch to Judge. Low. Judge with a couple of hits and 4 at bats. That one's drilled deep to left field. There it goes. See ya. A long home run for Aaron Judge. A 3-run shot. The Yankees break it open. They lead 7-0. Judge with 3 hits today and 4 runs batted in. There's a strike to Gardner.
And LeBlanc threw it where he was trying to throw it. Judge hit it where he was trying to hit it.
Gardner lifts one to left center. Mountcastle puts it away, and that'll do it here in the 8th. But the Yankees pick up 3 runs on 3 hits. The big blow off the bat of that man, the big guy, Aaron Judge. No doubt about it. Into the left field bleachers for a 3-run home run. The Yes app anywhere you go, presented by T-Mobile. So Aaron Judge with his 121st career home run, his 2nd of the year, a 3-run blast, opened things up for the Yankees. LeMahieu moves in at first base. Tyler Wade takes over at second, so Jay Bruce has the rest of the night off as the Yankees tighten up the defense and they bring in Lucas Litke. Yankee bullpen, 19 2/3 innings so far in the young season. They've allowed 1 earned run. And Litke will face Mancini. Yankees looking to win their 2nd game in a row, looking to hand the Orioles their 2nd straight loss. And if the Yankees hold on here in the 9th inning, tomorrow they go for the sweep. Jameson Tyone against John Means, coming off a great game against the Red Sox on opening day for the Orioles. And the Yankees are set to win their 12th straight game here at Yankee Stadium against the Orioles.
You ready for some Judge home run numbers?
Yeah, please.
432 feet. 110.9 miles an hour off the bat.
And here it is on StatCast. .432 feet. Grounded to short, backhanded by Torres. Across the body, he throws it in the dirt, but a nice backhanded scoop by LeMahieu for the first out. Well, fans, stay tuned after the final out for the W.B. Mason Yankees postgame as our studio team breaks down all the action from tonight's game, plus player reactions and the manager's report with Aaron Boone. That's coming up next right here on Yes. A lot of things to sink your teeth into. Judge's game and, of course, Gerrit Cole's game. Just an absolute electric start for the Yankee ace. Here is Santander, 0 for 3. And a strike from Lucas Litke. Want to mention today in baseball history, a very important day. Back in 1973, Ron Blomberg became the first designated hitter. Hit sharply and grabbed on the glove side by Urshela. And the Orioles are down to their final out.
That's right, the designated Hebrew, right?
That's the name of his book. And he walked in the first inning against Louis Tiant of the Red Sox. And American League Baseball has never been the same. And for 1 year, National League Baseball.
He could hit a little bit, Ron Blomberg.
Yes, he could. Here's Ryan Mountcastle. Grounded foul. But if the Yankees hold on, it will match their longest streak against this franchise. So it'll be their 12th straight home win. They had 12 straight against the St. Louis Browns, which was the forerunner to the Orioles, between 1926 and 1927. During that streak, Lou Gehrig, 5 home runs, Babe Ruth, 4. Now, yesterday Boone went with the black wristband on the watch, and today the red. I wonder if there's any rhyme or reason to that. We'll have to ask him.
It's a splash of color.
Bounced up there, 2-2 on Mountcastle.
Well, Meredith has covered the great story of Lucas Lidke and his perseverance back in the big leagues. Been about 6 years.
Yep, 2015. Just missed outside. Grounded to short. Gleyber Torres. Not in time as Mountcastle just hustled himself into a single. Flying down the line, and he just beat the throw.
And he's out. That's going to end it. So Mountcastle can fly, Michael. That is legitimate speed, and he's out. He knew.
Did the heel get down, David? That's the only thing I think that they might have. I'm not sure. I think he was out. And Gleyber Torres did not lollygag on that throw. He fielded it and fired.
He's out.
Now, it does not have to hit the back of the glove. It just has to enter the glove. Boy, when you smell a hit. And they do not say he was out. They uphold the call. You're a little surprised, aren't you, David?
Very surprised. But at least I was bold. I called it. I'm wrong. He doesn't like it. Yes.
So here is Rio Ruiz. The Yankees do not hold Mountcastle. Now check out Aaron Boone watching the umpires before they make the decision. Oh, he doesn't like it. Now, his anger there is a little misplaced because the call was upheld back in the studios where the umpires hang and they look at the replay.
Just once I want to see a manager not argue with the umpires on the field. Just go right to the camera and start pointing at the camera to the studios down in Chelsea.
Or maybe even grab the headset.
Yes. Grab the headset and start barking.
That one step got him there. He really steadied himself, and then he fired hard, but that one step got Mountcastle the hit. Three and one. High fly ball, right field, going back Judge. He's on the track, he's at the wall, see ya. A two-run home run for Ruiz. And the Yankees are now up 7-2. bullpen suffers a bit of a blemish. High breaking pitch.
Nice grab.
Wow. He had the backpack on. It wasn't hit right to him. Had to lean and made the play. Line drive. It is a base hit down into the corner in left field. And Franco picks up a double with 2 outs.
I get the feeling that Franco just wakes up out of bed ready to swing the bat. Hooking line drive, easily fair.
So Chapman has to get up just in case this gets out of hand. And let's take a look at the catch from this young man. Outstanding.
Well, snow cone. Very nice.
And he makes the play, David, and then throws the ball back on the field.
That's my boy.
That is so cool. Look at that smile. He'll never forget that. Galvis swings and misses. Oh, 0-2. And after making the catch, he said, well, that's an opposing team home run. You can have this. The 1-2. And that'll do it as Galvis goes down on strikes and the Yankees win 7-2. The Orioles, 2 runs, 3 hits, and 1 man left in the 9th inning. As the Yankees have won 12 straight games here at the stadium against the Orioles. But the story of this game, it's 2-pronged. First, it's going to be Gerrit Cole, and then a big night for Aaron Judge.
Yes, Aaron Judge is swinging the bat exceptionally well, but Gerrit Cole really is the star of the game because he was that dominant. All of his pitches working across the board. Fantastic effort from Gerrit Cole.
2 in a row for the Yankees, so they've taken this series. Also a home run for Jay Bruce, and tomorrow night they'll try for the sweep. We'll be back.